Sorry.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the CaliKidOfficial Podcast. I'm your host, CaliKidOfficial, and I know you guys have been wondering, why I've been away for so long. So, pretty much, I caught the flu, and I was battling the flu the whole time. And also as being a diabetic, our immune systems are weaker than the average person, so it takes us much longer to recover from things like that than a normal person, because not only are we battling the illness, we have to make sure that our blood sugar and stuff stays in check, because when we get sick our blood sugar levels elevate. So that was pretty much what was going on. I was battling the flu. I was trying to get well enough to get a episode out last week, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But there will be one this week, as you can see from me being in front of the camera. But let's get right into it. So we had the Super Bowl, the Chiefs versus the 49ers. It was a pretty interesting game. It started off with both teams filling each other out. And then the 49ers, they started pulling away, it seemed like. And then Kyle Shanahan, doing what he does best, he basically choked the game away. They were up by 10 points with 11 minutes or so left to go in the fourth quarter, and instead of running the ball, he starts throwing the ball, and ultimately it cost them the game. And so as of now, he's pretty much going to be recognized as the choking coach, because he did the same thing in the Falcons Super Bowl against my Patriots, which we came back from that 28-3 deficit and won. And then in this one, he didn't run the ball. I don't understand. I don't know if it's ego or what, but dude, you didn't cost yourself 2 Super Bowls. And I think the status, like, he's been outscored 41-0 in the fourth quarter in both Super Bowls. So it's crazy. I'm pretty sure the 49er fans as well as the players were hurt by that, because it was like y'all had the game in the palm of your hands and y'all just basically gave it away. So it is what it is. You can't really do too much about that. Moving on from that, we also see a little beef brewing between Nicki and Meek Mill. It seems like they have some unresolved feelings towards one another. Because if you guys don't know this, it kind of like heated back up when they ran into each other at some store in the little shopping area in LA. So they basically ran into each other. Meek and Nicki's husband, Big Zoo as he's being called, they had some words, calling each other pussy and this, that, and the third. And then they started airing each other out online, talking about he was going on her page trying to look at him and all types of crazy stuff. So I wanted to pull up some of they little back and forth tweets. Oh yeah, and she was saying stuff like, oh, he used to beat on her and his sister and all types of crazy stuff. He said, for clarification, I don't hit women, and I won't let my interviews be filled with questions about her or any situation to do with her when I come out to do press for my new album, No Devil's Tricks. So, let's see. Says, the only way you can try to kill my career is to say I beat women. Talk about your brother convicted of rape and you being new and paid for his lawyer. Your little brother touched that little girl too. I know. You want me to crash with your boyfriend, and I won't. You sad. You willing to crash a man because you losing now, and everybody in the industry know you a bad person. You been knew your brother was raping that little girl. That's why I got away from you. See, yeah, they bringing up, the dirty laundry right with that. A lot of niggas I know lost themselves to drug addictions, money, or women chasing success. I always kept myself first over all that shit. Even if I ever slipped, I still kept my reputation first. Let's see. Let's say, imagine talking about an alleged rape of a child to hurt someone who wasn't involved just so people can dislike me. You can never stand on your own. You won't tell people the mother is on tape asking me for 20 million to make the charge go away though. You was around, you know, see you soon. So basically right here she's saying that the person who Nicki's brother is charged for doing foul stuff to, the mother was asking for $20 million and she'd make it go away. That's sound like some extortion stuff to me. But that still doesn't discount her brother actually doing something to the child. You know, nobody knows but the people involved in that situation. That she says, you beat your own sister and taped it, spit on her and taped it, kicked me in front of your mother and sent her to the hospital. Sucking Drake dick made you feel tough again, move on. Damn. So yeah, those are the beating allegations right there. This nigga was all talk at the store when he could have made a move. Oh, that's somebody else. She just retweeted it. Oh yeah, right here. Nigga been tweeting about my man for a year now, talking about how he went to my page to see him, but he was blocked. My nigga, move on. I know you bitch embarrassed shit. It's just stuff in that store. Well, you got pressed though, so yeah, they got some unresolved stuff going on. That's crazy. What you said? Trigger fingers turned to Twitter fingers. Bad Bill face that is obsessed with the queen. Yeah, there's something going on. He got some type of unresolved feelings for her because that was a bad breakup. But yeah, I don't, I don't see this going away. I think eventually it's going to get resolved. But you know, when you have breakups like that, especially when you're in the public eye, you know, things like this, you know, seems to happen and bubbles up to the surface. But you know, hopefully, you know, things get resolved and you know it don't go any further than that. And then we also had a pretty interesting story in the news. Lisa Leslie sat down with Gayle King, and you know her. She always asking wild questions, and she brought up Kobe's rape case, talking about, do you think that that case is gonna have an effect on his legacy? And it's like, why would you even bring that up when that case has been put to bed a long time ago, and it was proven that the girl that accused him of that was lying, and that they found like 8 different types of semens within that girl. And it's like, the man isn't even in the ground yet, and you're gonna go bring up some goofy stuff like that just to get clicks. And then she felt the backlash from it, from not only, you know, the public eye, from celebrities as well. Snoop and Boosie had things to say about it, and it was cool that um, Lisa pretty much shut that down. She said, he's not that type of guy. I know guys that do stuff like that, and Kobe wasn't that type of guy. And so yeah, she pretty much shut that down. And it's like, it's a pattern with her, with Gayle and her friend Oprah. When black people are in the media for something, they're always the first ones to, you know, be front and center to try to, you know, pretty much solely their name. They did that with Michael Jackson. They did that with Chris Brown. They doing it with R. Kelly. But when it comes to they buddies, uh, um, Weinstein and the spiritual advisor and everybody else, they very tight-lipped. You don't see them sitting down doing interviews and asking those type of questions. So you know that was pretty foul. And then you see Oprah get online crying crocodile tears talking about they sending death threats to my friend and she don't deserve this. And then you had some Congresswoman Rice talking about this is disgusting, y'all doing this and that. It's like this. You can't keep coming out doing stuff like that and not expect people to feel a certain type of way, especially, with somebody that just recently passed. Is tasteless. He hasn't even been put in the ground yet, and you already bringing up goofy stuff that didn't even need to be brought up. So you gotta deal with what's being thrown at you. And then Gayle came out with some bullshit statement that didn't really even matter, and then she did a video talking about I didn't even know that they was gonna put that clip out, and there was a whole another hour of me talking about different things, but it don't matter because you chose to bring that out of your mouth, so you're gonna feel the wrath of that. If you don't want that coming your way, you don't be asking dumb stuff like that. It's not cool, it's tasteless, and you shouldn't have done it. You can't keep being out here doing stuff like that. So you're gonna feel the wrath. But you know, moving on from that, we also had UFC 247. The main event was Jon Jones versus Dominick Reyes. It was a pretty eventful fight. The first 2 rounds, Reyes was giving it to him, and then the third round he started to slow down, and then that's when Jon Jones started to take over. And I scored it. I scored the fight, the first 2 rounds to Reyes, and then I gave the last 3 to Jones. And then when it came to the judging, it was pretty much how I scored it, 3-2. The scores was 49-48, 49-48, and then 49-46. That was a pretty wild score, which means that Jones won all but 1 round. I didn't see it that way. I saw it 3-2 Jones. And you had a whole bunch of people online crying, talking about Reyes won. He didn't win the fight, okay? He won the first 2 rounds. He gassed out. Third round, Jones started taking over. And then even in the championship rounds, even in the last round, he was running. So it's like, you can't expect to win a fight and you starting to run and you gassing out. It was a close fight. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a rematch or something down the line, because it was a pretty close fight, but Jones won the fight, and that's how I had it. I'm pretty sure the people crying and complaining that Reyes won, they probably, was out betting, and they probably lost their ass betting. So, it is what it is. We also had Valentina Shevchenko versus Katlyn Chookagian. And Valentina, she took care of business. She got right in there, gave the girl the business, and she won by TKO in the third round, and she retained her flyweight title. So, hats off to her. Now, the fight that I do think was some shenanigans going on was the Derrick Lewis and Ilir Latifi fight. Lewis won the fight, but based off of the stat sheet and based off of the highlights that I seen, Lewis didn't win that fight. So I'm kind of thinking that there was some type of hometown, magic going on with that. I don't think he won that fight, and I'm pretty sure, a lot of people are in the same belief that I have, that he didn't win that fight. But overall, the event was pretty cool. I just didn't like how all these people are kind of like saying Jones lost the fight. It was a close fight, but Reyes, he would throw some stuff, but a lot of it wasn't connecting with Jones. It would either graze the gloves or be blocked by the elbow. But Reyes, he got some good shots in there. There was this one uppercut that he got on Jones that was pretty cool, and then he hit Jones, I believe, in the stomach. It kind of stumbled Jones, because he fell to the mat a little bit, but he caught himself and got back up after that. But Jones, he won that fight. I don't know what they're gonna do going forward, because there's been rumors that he might fight at heavyweight, but and then you got the Adesanya fight floating around, but he got to deal with Yoel Romero first, but that's an option. And then obviously the Reyes rematches, going to be on the horizon as well. And then we also get the final episode of Power Book 1, and as pretty much everybody thought, Tariq was the one that shot Ghost, and um, the whole thing was kind of crazy, because it's like, really, Tariq is a punk. He does all this stuff, and then want to cry and complain about Ghost not helping him. It's like, you basically been saying fuck Ghost the whole damn show. So then when you do some shit, you want to run to him, tell him, why you can't go to jail for me? Because you a man and you need to stand on your actions and take the consequences for it. So he got mad at Ghost that basically he wasn't taking the rap to go to jail. So he approached Ghost on some, oh, remember what you did to your homie, I think it was what, Rolo, the light skinned dude that he killed? That, oh, you in my way like he was in your way. So the way they shot the scene, it was kind of funny, because they shot it, the bullet came out like all orange and swirly, and then boom, hit him in the chest. He flew over the railing. Tasha was planning an ambush on Ghost as well. She was waiting in the back seat of his truck, but she got in her head what Tariq was saying, and that's when she went in, but she was too late. And she set that dude up that she was sleeping with as well to take the fall, and it didn't work. So that's when she resorted to trying to, get the drop on Ghost. But she ultimately ended up going to prison, you know, for the death of Ghost. And so now there's going to be a whole bunch of spin-offs coming from the show. The next one, Power Book 2, it's called Power Book 2 Ghost, is going to continue with where it left off, with Michael Rainey's character Tariq going to college, which was part of the stipulation left in Ghost's will in order for him to get money, that he had to complete a 4-year degree. And so it's gonna set up with that. And then we see Tasha in jail, she had to take off her weave and all that stuff. They had her looking crazy. And then we're gonna have Mary J in there. We're gonna have Method Man. We're gonna have Sack's character, because his career then boosted up. Who else is gonna be in there? Yeah. And then after that, that's gonna be coming in the summer. And then I'm pretty sure after that one, then we're gonna see the next one and the next one and the next one. And they probably gonna keep alterating. And then so after Power Book 2, we get Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. So I'm pretty sure that's like the story of how Kanan came to be and all that. Then we get Book 4, Influence, which is going to be about Tate and him becoming governor and all that. And then we get Book 5, Force, which is with Tommy. So that one gonna be hard. I can't wait to see that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool how they set that up. 50 Cent, he been doing this thing. He got another show called For Life. I saw the pilot for that. That was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to watching more of that. He also been working on the BMF movie. I heard he working on some other projects. So he got a lot of stuff coming our way. I don't know if The Oath is finished. I think it might be, because like most of the characters got killed, so I don't know. But that was another one of his shows, The Oath. But yeah, he got a whole bunch of things, frying in the kitchen. So that's pretty cool. There was this viral moment that went on the internet. So apparently this kid for the talent show, he played a certain song with the drums. So let me pull that up real quick. See if you guys. I'm pretty sure most of the guys gonna know what I'm talking about. His TikTok is Tony's underscore Boney. So if you want to see the whole thing, you can go on there. But it was pretty funny. All right, here we go. So he goes to Jersey Village High School. So yeah, pretty much he played the Pornhub info, and it was rumored that he got suspended for it, but that wasn't really the case. He didn't get suspended, as you want to see. And then the audience went crazy. Yeah, see this. Let's see. Yeah, this is the second part. It says that it was rumored that he got suspended, but he didn't. He says the director laughed it off. Cause yeah, like people gotta realize a lot of people do watch porn. You know, especially high school. You know, that's junior high school. That's around the time that that type of thing starts to happen. But I thought that was pretty clever for him to pull something like that off. It was pretty funny. And then as far as music, we get a music video from Justin Bieber. It's called Intentions, and it's featuring Quavo. So basically, it kind of it's kind of like a charity type of video. In the opening of the video, we meet this girl named Bahari. She's she comes from an immigrant family, and she wants to be the first one from her family, to graduate college and all that stuff. And it basically talks about her struggles getting to and from, school. She has to borrow a car, and then from there she has to travel 2 to 3 hours from her home to school each way. So that was pretty interesting. And then the second woman we meet, her name is Marcy. She became a mother at the age of 19, and she grew up in a foster system and all that. And as of now, she stays in a group home, with other, women. And her kids are there with her. And she basically, struggling to try to make ends meet. And then we meet another woman named Angela, who moved from Ohio to pursue her art. She's an older, black woman. And she experienced homelessness when she got here, and it's a battle each day to keep herself off the street. And so through her art, she paints basically the homelessness and stuff that you see throughout Skid Row and LA and stuff like that. So what Bieber did, he basically gifted each person something. So Bari, he bought her a black Fiat car so she can get from place to place, which I thought was pretty cool. And then with Marcy, he gave her, as well as all of the girls as well as her kids, backpacks filled with supplies and stuff like that. And then as far as Angela, she got to get some studio time with Justin and Quavo to communicate her message. And then he also donated I believe it was like $250,000 to some type of foundation to benefit, those lacking resources. So overall, I thought the video was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty thoughtful. Some people might look at it as pandering or whatever, but you always gonna have those type of people. I thought it was a pretty kind gesture. And it also helps with the rollout of his album as well, because the first single he put out, Yummy, it did well, but it didn't get that number one spot that he wanted. So I'm pretty sure his PR team came up with this idea or had a hand in it. But I thought it was pretty cool, pretty thoughtful. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's called Intentions. Is Justin Bieber featuring Quavo. You can check it out on his channel. I know he also put out some type of documentary. I think it was called like Changes or something. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm pretty sure that's like, more packaging for his album. And then in other music that came out, we get Dsmoke's first project. It's called Bad Habits. If you don't know, he's the winner from the show Rhythm and Flow. So we get a full project from him, and I've heard it. It got some dope tracks on there. He talking about a lot of good stuff. There's this one song on there where he's talking about his father and everything that his father did for him, and then in the same vein, he's talking to his kids, saying that I'm not going to repeat the same mistakes that my father did, and I'm going to be better and stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty cool. So you guys should give it a listen to as well. And then also in music, the first MV from my project Euphoria is going to be premiering on Sunday at 9 a.m. on my YouTube channel. It's for my song Serenity, which is the lead single off of the album. So make sure you guys check that out. The official release date for my album is April 3rd. I'm pretty sure you're going to see all the promo and stuff for that. So make sure you guys check that out. And that's pretty much going to do it for this week's podcast. This one is much longer because I missed a week from me being sick, so it was a lot of different things to cover. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next one, peace.
CaliKid Official on the beat.